Howdy folks, welcome back to Boondockery. Today I'm going to be unboxing my new Danchel Outdoors CS6 tent wood stove. Now if you happen to watch my last video, I did an unboxing of my new One Tigris CozShack hot tent. And this is the wood stove that I've decided to purchase in use with the CozShack. Now right off the bat, I'm looking at the box and it says the WS2SS stainless steel wood stove. Now I ordered the CS6, so hopefully I got what I ordered. And I'm going to tell you right now, this thing is a beast. It weighs 20 pounds at least. And we get the specifications, I'll tell you exactly how much it weighs, but it's right around 20 pounds. Now the reason I decided to go with a wood stove like this, I know the whole thing now is all of these titanium, even stainless steel wood stoves that break down and are really backpackable and things like that. Well, I have had experiences with backpackable titanium stoves. And when you put them all together, they're not solid. I mean, as far as there's gaps in them, and it allows more oxygen to get in to feed your fire than what you have the ability to control. And that was a real drawback with the other stove that I have, and I wanted solid construction. The other thing is, if you remember from the last video, I got this specifically for Jeep camping. And so I'm only going to be setting this up probably a few yards from where my Jeep is. And so I don't have to worry about packing it in. So let's go ahead and open this up. Now, I looked at a lot, I mean a lot, of tent stoves before I decided to get into this particular Danchel wood stove. Now there's quite a few things on top. I'm going to go ahead and bring the camera in so you can see them as I'm pulling them out, and we'll pull back so you can get a better look at it as I'm setting it up on the table. There we go. We have a pair of gloves. These are not mega heavy duty, but they're made out of canvas. And let's see, I guess there's a little bit of a liner inside. Let's see what that liner is. Look at that. Look at that. It looks like somebody's kid's pillowcase material. So I don't know, these might be okay. I have a decent pair of wood stove gloves that I can use, but this will definitely keep my hands clean if nothing else. We'll stick those off to the side there. We have a great big bag for the stove, which is nice. It'll keep the inside of my Jeep nice and clean. And so we got that. We have, looks like basic schematics, and I'd say this is the instructions for it. I have a little hex key in there, Allen wrench, and we have this is a used roll of tape that they had over the stovepipe thing that's in there. That's hilarious. I wonder if you have to use a roll of tape before you can package these things. That's funny. Okay, and the rest of it looks like it's inside the stove. So we're going to pull that out and see what's in the stove. Okay, let's get this beast out of here. Okay. Get out of this bag. Nothing else in the box. One of the things I really like about this are these fold-out racks that double as handles. You can carry those around. This is where the stovepipe goes. You can see it's good, solid construction all the way around, and being stainless steel, this baby should be a lot less prone to warping as some of the titanium stoves I've seen. Here's the front, and we'll open this up. And nice thing about it, it also has this little round lid, so you can actually put a cook pot on this and get direct flame. I've seen a lot of videos to where folks are cooking on their wood stoves in their tents, and you have to expend a lot of energy and flame to heat up the surface. Then that surface has to relay that heat to the cook pot, and so you're losing a lot of that energy potential of the flame by having to put your cook pot on top. Now, being able to have a cook pot here to direct flame, you're going to be able to maximize your heat potential. If the heat's too hot, well, you just put that back on, set her here, and you're able to have a lower degree of heat than you do by the direct flame. Now, let's see. Everything's supposedly stored inside. Pull this around again so you can see it a little bit better. This is the opening. Now, I love the size of this opening. The opening to my titanium tent stove was a little bit smaller than this, and you were relegated to having to use very small pieces of wood. This one right here, that's a fairly substantial space, so you could put a couple decent sized pieces of wood for a longer, slower burn. Take this out. I'm going to go around to the front so I can get into that. Hopefully not be in the way. Let's see, we have a elbow, a tent elbow. So if you have a tent stove jack that you want to be able to run out the side, this is there for that, but I think they only provide one of these. So it's just going to go straight out, and the pipe's going to be straight out, and it still works, but you can't get it up above your tent. Okay, here is the spark arrestor, which is very important. That'll be up the top, and you have nice eyelets here to where you can cable those out with some light cable, and you could probably use 550 cord with metal D-clips, D-rings, carabiners, something like that, to where the 550 cord's further away from the heat, not getting directly from the heat that's being transferred into this, something like that. But I will probably use like a really small diameter steel cable. Let's see. Every single piece of stovepipe is in this padded foam. I'm going to ruin this. That's okay. Here. Okay, we have the flue. It goes on back here. Or it should go back there. Let's see. We got some fitting issues here. Well, that's not cool. We're going to have to play with that. That is not a good fit on there, so we'll see what we can do once we get all this stuff unloaded. I'm going to go ahead and take all the rest of the pipe out, so I'm not eating up the video, you guys watching me do this, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, I got everything unloaded, everything unwrapped, and the mystery with the stovepipe has been solved. It's got a really nice door here. It's got a little split ring for a handle, and comes with this little hook. They really talk a lot about the hook in the advertising. Every time they mention it, yeah, it comes with a hook, and you can go ahead and open and close it from there. And you can also, if you wanted to, do the adjustments of the vent, front vent right here, which is outstanding to be able to control the flow of air into your fire. And it also has an ash tray here. So unfortunately there's no back to the tray, which I find interesting. That will be able to help you clean out your stove a little bit more efficiently, or just to be able to get out some of the ash if it builds up over a period of like a weekend, to allow better airflow. Go around back here to the back, and we'll put those the flue on. Now it comes with 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 sections of stovepipe, and this is a very, very snug fit, which means it's going to work much better than the horrible titanium stovepipe that was with my other stove. And so you got the flue up here, and it looks like it's pretty well made. The welding looks decent, spring driven, so it holds it in place. This nice little spring section here, so you don't have to worry about it constantly opening up on itself. And so we have the spark arrestor, an elbow, a hook, we have the ashtray, we have the stovepipe sections, we have the racks, we have the lid, we have the flue, very, very cheapo gloves, and a fairly decent heavy duty nylon carrying case. I'm going to go ahead and get it up on its legs, and we'll check it out. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and let you see the deployment of the legs. They do not lock into position, but that is a very snug fit once it's in this upright position. Like I said, this thing ain't light. It's here we go. We'll go ahead and pull back and let you see the whole thing. Yeah, I like these legs. I like these legs a lot. There are a lot of the stoves I looked at that were tripods. There were only 3 legs, and I personally want the stability of 4 legs. And the construction of these look a lot more substantial than a lot of the ones that I saw that were made of titanium. And matter of fact, there were several stoves out there, including the old one I had, the old titanium stove I had. Literally, the legs are screws. I mean, that's it. They're bolts, and they're very, very small diameter. They do okay, but I wanted something a little more heavy duty, something that is going to last a good long while without me having to worry about it. But it looks pretty nice, and I can't wait to give it a try. I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the specs on this. And this thing is not the biggest wood stove I could have gotten, but it is very decent sized. And the one thing I like about that is you can put decent sized wood in it and let it have a good slow burn for a little bit of heat, and use it like a real wood stove. Now this one is just about double what my titanium stove is, and I think it was something like 700 cubic inches, but the interior space in this is 1665 cubic inches. The dimensions are almost 10 inches tall. It's 9.84 inches. It's 9.84 inches wide. It's 10.23 inches tall, and it's 16.4 inches deep. Now, that in metric, that's 41.5 by 25 by 26 centimeters. It weighs 22 pounds, which is 10 kilograms. And let's see, the stovepipe measures 8.69 feet, or 265 centimeters. And the total height from the bottom of the legs to the top of the spark arrestor is 9.8 feet, which is 3 meters. Okay, and everything can store inside, that's really, really cool. And sturdy and durable build, crafted from robust 304 stainless steel. The stove is resistant to rust and corrosion. This makes it suitable for year-round use and ensures durability even in cold environments. Ideal for various outdoor activities. How awesome! I love outdoor activities like large canvas tent camping, cooking, hiking, and survival adventures. I'm into all that stuff except for canvas tents. I did that a long time ago. Okay, let's see. It talks about all the extras that it comes with. The hook. They're very excited about the hook. Spark arrestor elbow. Gloves. They mentioned the gloves. But that, in a nutshell, is the stove. These side racks, I think, are going to come in extremely handy for keeping things warm or for drying things out, depending on how close things are. And if you have metal containers, like stainless steel water bottles or things like that, you can sit there and keep hot water at the ready anytime that you need it. And I think that's pretty cool. And I believe, I have to check on the diameter, but there are like, there's a couple other brands out there that they actually have aftermarket, well, not aftermarket, they designed it for it, but things like stovepipe ovens, which is something that you basically put between two of the stovepipes, and the heat from the stovepipe provides the heat for the oven. I'll look into that and see if they're the same diameter and see if they're compatible or not. And I didn't happen to see anything on Danchel's website, but I really wasn't looking for the accessories. I was looking at the stoves. So all the way around, I'm very happy with this. And look at the amount of space that you have between the feet and the bottom of the stove here. That right there will be pretty nice. You could probably put your boots fairly close to this, the toes up underneath, and to be able to dry them out fairly quick, depending on how hot you make this. And this will probably be something I'm going to pick up an infrared thermometer to be able to regulate the temperature, as far as being able to put things closer and see what the temperature is like and how much the heat's being emitted through the steel, as to whether or not I put something close enough to it. And also give me a good idea of the consistency of the heat depending on what part of the stove it is. Well, this is it. And I am very, very excited about this. Now, one more feature about this that I forgot to mention is that little glass window there. And I've seen some of these things, and they're specifically designed for ambiance, and you know, the whole side is glass. They're very pretty. I think it's pretty cool. However, I think that lends itself to just one more thing that could possibly go wrong. If something were to happen, you were to drop it or something like that, and it would be breaking, that would not be a good thing. But the small little window here, I think, is pretty cool because you can actually just look at it and to see how it's burning. You don't have to open it up in order to see that. And so I think that's pretty cool. And but other than that, I think I pointed out all the features, all the accessories that come with it. And so all I have to do now is to get her out in the woods, get that CozShack up, and put this in here and see how well it performs as a wood stove for a hot tent. Folks, if by any chance you didn't happen to see the unboxing video I did on my CozShack, you might want to check that out, because the Danchel CS6 and the CozShack are going to be a big part of the next several videos that I do. The next one that I'm going to be posting will be me setting all this stuff up in the forest and trying all this stuff out for the very first time. And then I'll be using it quite a few more times after that in future bushcrafting videos. Well, folks, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.